Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Muller that are likely to sell art supplies. It's probably not this one. Maybe the painting case came from this shop. Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Muller that are likely to sell. It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. And that suits me. I get the impression I've seen that before someplace. I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Hope it still works. Hans. According to this flyer, he came to Vaughan during one of his trips. I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Wouldn't mind some alone time by the fire. The meager amount I've managed to save since I escaped from the mine. That's for the painting. Now all I have to do is find out the address of the shop I need to take it to. I can use the phone book and that map that Frau Wagner left in the living room for that. Nice. It seems like a lifetime since I enjoyed some good old-fashioned comfort. Room might not be as cozy as a you-call yurt, but it's sure more spacious. How strange to be here in Vaughan. After months of roaming from east to west on a motorbike, after taking odd jobs here and there to build up a little nest egg to finance this trip, and to be able to stay in this guest house for a time. Lucky Frau Wagner let me in despite my appearance when I arrived, with my meager means. The days when Marson and Lormont paid for my travel expenses seems far away now. It's like they were someone else's memories, fading away with passing time. Guess I've changed. Since the death of Mom and Katyusha, pursuing my hypothetical double on the painting turned out to be too tempting. Comforting, even. In any case, I promised Katyusha I would find her. That's not my room. Better not go in.
I think that's Frau Wagner's room. I understand why Wagners call their town the heart of Europe. It's literally in the center of it. Wagen is surrounded by the Alps. Switzerland is right on the other side.
Too many results to trawl through with a computer. Better off using the documents Frau Wagner brought me first. There must be 3 years' worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
Ah, that's better.
I wish you could be here with me now, Katyusha. We would have found the shop together. Oh my God, Mom was buried months ago.
Oh, hi, dear. So, Miss Walker, were the documents of any help to you?
To tell you the truth, I haven't had time to look at them yet. But thank you so much for digging them out for me. I'm sure they'll be a great help.
Good. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
I have a few questions about Wagen.
Good, because if you'd asked me about the latest scientific discovery, I'd have to say pass. But if it's about Wagen, then you've come to the right person, my dear.
What can you tell me about the district?
Well, it's one of the oldest districts in Wagen, traditionally working class. Myself and a few of the other relics who live here do try to keep it from modernization and mass tourism as best as we can. Other districts haven't been so careful. and the locals have been forced to leave their district because of rising rent prices.
To be honest, I haven't had much time to find out about Vaughan and the surrounding area. What is it I should know?
For one, Vaughan is very old, renowned for its charm and culture. As for the surrounding area, it attracts mountain lovers mostly, it being so near to the Swiss Alps, of course. The banks of the Dombra, the longest river in the country, are the delight of summer vacationers.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your guest house, Frau Wagner?
Oh, I'd be delighted. What would you like to know?
Things seem to be quiet today.
Oh, there's never many guests at this time of year.
Actually, is she a guest too?
Oh, yes. She arrived earlier. An elderly English lady. A former military officer, if I understood correctly. They say she's come on some rather unpleasant business. A burial, from what I can gather. Yes, Miss Walker. And she hasn't let go of the telephone since she got here.
I'd love to know more about you, Frau Wagner.
Oh, there's not much to tell, really. At least, nothing that would change the course of history.
But I'm sure you've had an eventful life, haven't you?
Well, I was born just after the war in Vaughan, and I've never left. I opened this place and ran it with my husband until he died a few years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, nothing to write home about. Then again, we were never ones for excitement, really. But we were happy, my husband and I.
The room's just perfect. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me, Miss Walker. It's my job to make sure my guests are comfortable. And it's not every day we get a young American lady on a motorbike in the middle of the night looking for a mysterious shop. It makes me feel like I'm in a detective novel.
My, quest here is closely linked to the region of Vaughan. Could you tell me a little bit about its history?
I'd be glad to.
The woman I'm looking for must have been about 18 in 1937. Was this an important date in the history of Vaughan?
Not that I know of, no. But I'm not much of a historian, and I wasn't even born then. All I know is that the Troubles came the following years, with the Second World War. So that year must have been a boom year for fascist ideology, when the Brown Shadow was still just another party vying for power by preaching hate.
I found out about the woman I'm looking for thanks to a painting that must have been pillaged by the Brown Shadow during World War II.
Doesn't surprise me. Vaughan, and by extension all of Ostertal, was annexed and occupied by the fascists just before the war. They sacked, stole, and pillaged everything they could, just like they did in the rest of occupied Europe.
Nothing else comes to mind for the moment. Thank you for your time.
Well, feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a call.
Now I get why they call this part of town the Flower District. I get the impression I've seen that before someplace.
I should take a look at that phone book Frau Wagner left me on the lounge table. Maybe you could help me find Muller shops that are likely to have sold the painting case.
It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I...
I should take a look at that phone book Frau Wagner left me on the lounge table. I should take a look at that phone book Frau Wagner left me on the lounge table. Maybe you could help me find Muller shops that are likely to have sold the painting case.
I can't leave without first locating the shop. I need to use the map and... I get the feeling there's just a handful of Mullers where I can potentially get information about the painting.
Oh, I'm being too picky. Some of those shops could probably sell painting cases.
These three make up a good basis to work from. Let's see if I can rule out a couple using the map.
This shop could sell the painting case. Well, maybe. I'm pretty confident about one of my choices. Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least. I should stick with 3 choices. Checking more locations would be too much.
I'm pretty... The musical square.
I'm pretty confident about one of my choices. One of my choices feels off. I should change it. Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least. Oh, let's face it, none of my choices are likely to have sold the painting case. I should start over.
The district where the guest house is situated. Pity none of the shops are near here.
Ah, none of my choices seem right. I better try something else.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vaughan. Too bad there aren't any Mulo shops there, though.
On second thought, it looks all wrong. Let's try. I'm pretty sure about one of my choices, but I bet I'm wrong about the other ones. I'm pretty confident about one of my choices. I'm pretty sure about one of my choices. Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least. I should stick with 3 choices. Checking more locations would be too much. I'm pretty sure about one of my choices, but I bet... Looks like I'm almost there. I just need to check one of my choices. Something doesn't feel right. I nailed it for 2 of my choices, I think.
The district where the guest house is situated. Pity none of the shops are near here.
One of my choices... Looks like I'm almost there. One of my choices... I nailed it for 2 of my choices.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vaughan. Too bad there aren't any Mulo shops there.
Looks like I'm almost there. I just need to check one of my choices. Something doesn't feel right. One of my choices... Okay. So these 3 shops are the most likely to have sold the painting case. I need to pick the right one now.
No doubt about it. This antique shop is probably my best shot. Better hang on to the address. I really ought to go and show the painting to the antique dealer now. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me how to get there.